And throughout the years, I've had a great opportunity to be on council in former Cornwall Township, working with Jim, and also after amalgamation as South Stormont councillor, and 8 years of mayor, and worked with a lot of great people throughout those years. I have to say that this last 8 years, and 4 years even, was one of the best councils that I had the opportunity to work with because of the hard work and the achievements that we've made throughout the years. Not only council, but I think we have a staff second to none all throughout SG&G, and I'm not saying anybody in SG&G in any municipalities don't have a great staff. They do, but we have exceptional, impeccable staff. I'm very proud to say that over the years that I had the pleasure of working with each and every one of you, and it's bittersweet to say goodbye for now, but you know, having that opportunity is makes one proud for sure, and also want to thank my family for for sacrificing a lot of the hours that I put in as for community service for this township. I enjoyed every hour, every minute, every second, and the people of South Stormont who chose to make changes over positive leadership, I feel. I have to say, overall, a great council. But people have spoken. I'd like to thank, first of all, I want to thank every individual that's sitting here. But hey, just to start off with you, I want to thank you for being a leader of all these people and working for us in the municipality. You're doing a great job. You always have done a great job. And you've got a great tan too, I haven't had. And also, Lorianne, you stepped right up. You've been promoted. You've always been there anytime I asked any questions or anytime I needed any of your assistance. You've always been there, and all the rest of our staff, see Colleen in the back, and anybody else from our staff here, besides this bunch here to my right, Kevin. You've done an excellent job, and I know you're going to continue to do a great job, and I hope you stay in South Stormont. I probably know there's other people after you because you're very devoted to your job, committed. The staff are doing a great job. I think that it's important that we have an economic development person. We have a lot of things to do here in our township. There's a lot more development coming, a lot more growth, and I think it's very important. I think you're going to have a very important position in the future. And Jill, you didn't get a chance to work too long, but I know you'll do a great job. And Joanna too. Thanks very, very, very much. You've always been there anytime you needed anything to do with figures. This township, I have to say, I'm not going to skip you yet, Ross. Just a great No, Ross is one of me. Already. And if I forget them, you guys remind me. But this township, ladies and gentlemen, is in great standing. Some of us are leaving here, and I want everybody to know that this township we've done so many different achievements, and I mean, it's almost so numerous. I don't know where to start. I have a few things I might want to say about the achievements we've made. But we are in good standings. The next council that comes in, the new incoming council, they're going to have a great foundation to start with. Now we're carrying on what we've done throughout the years. And I wish each and every one of them the best of luck. And I want to congratulate both you and Richard and Tammy on their successful election. I know that you've got the experience that you're going to carry on for Dave. Congratulations to you as well. Is there anybody else that, no, it's only one, three. That's three of our next council. I'd like to, to my left, I want to thank Cindy for being such a great pleasure to work with, informative, and giving us your insight and your financial background every time we're doing budgets and things like that. You've been a wonderful, wonderful person and to work with. And I know that the staff really enjoyed working with you. And you've always been there anytime we needed you for anything. You were very committed to your community. And I know you're going to be doing other things for your community. You still belong to the police Crime Stoppers. And you've been there a long time too. So I know everybody on council always feel that we should be working in non-profit things too, as well. I'd like to say a few of the things before we get to Barry. Barry, always the best for last, you know that. 2009 and 10, the construction of the new town hall, OPT station. You think, ladies and gentlemen, there's no cost to the ratepayer building that building. And when that building's paid for a little over 10 years, maybe 11 years, that's going to be 6% on our budget in terms of money. 6% for any. So if the council keeps it down at 0%, you're still getting 6% from that building, which is something's unheard of in any municipality. We're looking at Jim. Jim, you were a big help for that. These two buildings, I worked with you diligently. And with the minister, Mr. Bravucci, I had an opportunity to meet so many nice people at the second senior levels of government, also at the federal level too, sat and talked with ministers right in their office there, and it was a real privilege. Creation of enhanced for our soccer fields, which are used, over 500 students, or kids are using it. Our soccer fields, senior support center, Ingleside, building upgrades, Memorial Square parking lot, clearing of waterfront vistas. I hope council works on continuing that. Vales Village and Austin Brook Center water line construction. Library, Ingleside Library addition and renovation. Comprehensive zoning bylaw. When we were elected in 2006, those bylaws were not formed or merged together, but they are now. So we're one township. All the bylaws are together so that when somebody applies for zoning, anything to do with zonings or anything on the P, they all fit in the same mold. Newington Fire Hall renovations. Now, meets accessibility requirements, which is started in 2012. Completion of the 5-year road management plan. Fire communication upgrades, purchase of the fire tanker for Station 3. Implementation of 3-year gravel resurfacing program with increased $20,000 for grading roads to be continued each year. Even the tanker shuttle, could relate to that. Provide direct savings for insurance premiums to individuals who own homes. Water loss detection program. Solid waste management plan. We've had meetings regarding the management so that we can do different things because our landfill site's not going to last forever. So that's another thing that we're looking probably at 9 years now, maybe even less for the longevity of that facility. Recycling strategy, move to single stream recycling. Able to renegotiate to avoid closure of the Sanders West Post Office, which I worked with Mr. DePass on. Solar farm development. Professional dispatch for fire services. Technology for building department. New salt shed we built for the garage. Tennis court retrofits. Reintroduction of the Upper Canada Region brand initiatives. Put us on the map. We just finished Pine and Maple Street. I had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Lear. That was last year's funding from OSWAP. He said no, but we fought till we got it, right? Increase in rentals at South Stormont Community Hall. Enormous amount of drain work completed in 2012, but we've been doing that for years. In the last since 2006, we worked almost diligently to keep up with the drains. Actually, they were behind in terms of the farmers complaining and wanting to get those drains cleaned. Economic Development Strategic Plan. We had meetings with that to find out what our weaknesses are and our strengths. We know now how we want to proceed and different things. We had an organizational review, compensation review. We want to ensure that our employees are being paid the right rate. So in the event that we, through, what's that word I'm looking for? Succession, sorry. That when they leave, that we're going to have proper people here working. We don't want fly-by-nighters that come here and just try and get some education and some experience and leave. We want the people, you have to pay to get the right people, and we are going to continue with that. Community Improvement Plan, CIP. It's all going to be. We did start on that. There's I think three in total that are involved in the continuous improvement plan to retrofit their facades in front. Brand new website, LED lights replacement program, And the cost of that, of course, for 8 years, because of the savings, 7 to 10 years at the most. Asset management plan too as well, 24,000. That's something that's, Ross, the asset management plan. And I don't know if anybody knows how much money that we have in terms of the assets in our community. I think just in infrastructure alone is how much? Let me guess.
I was going to say 55 million, Mr. Mayor.
No. 275 million.
Is it?
150, so.
Well, everything, you're just talking about infrastructure. Not the bridges too? That's not counting the bridges. But I mean, if you just look at this is that figure, 250 million dollars. I think it's higher if you go, that's not counting our fire departments, it's not counting wages, not counting our employees, not counting buildings. Brand new website, said that. What else? Splash pad, here in Long Sioux. Another 4 new subdivisions. It's in progress. We just have another one here. Korea. SDG counties, settlement boundary, that too. Yeah. 600 acres that was rural, now it's industrial. So that's going to be great because now we have the province working with us so that they're going to use our real estate agent there. It costs $50,000 that we received from the province so that we are certified, and that's really important. So that saved between. And we had quite an argument with the Ministry of Municipal Affairs, and we all became friends. We did get because the problem was that the rest of the properties in SD&G one of them had to give us land so that we could continue that redesignation for that property. So that's a lot of land, 250 hectares. Settlement boundaries. First full-time fire chief, Ingleside Community Park. I can go on and go on and go on about all our compliments and achievements. I just want to give you a little idea of some of the things that we've done, upgrades to our arena, and go on and on.